Hello, monsters abound here. I've decided to go into the undercover world of espionage because literally what's the worst that can happen? This is Sigma Theory. It's a neat little game made by Goblinz Studio, which is the same people who made Robothorium, which I also quite liked. And this felt a lot like Robothorium, but not the same kind of game. So I've decided on, this is my personal details, that obviously we're going to be for the United Kingdom, right? Makes sense. I have been playing this a little bit. So you can also pick your spouse, and you get different, I mean, you know, we've got different people here, different nationalities. You can't pick English. But who do I think? You know what? Let's go for the older lady. Bit of experience. Let's go for Jinjing. Sure, that's our spouse. Lovely. Excellent. So we'll go with that. Director abound, that's me. I am Diana Kirkpatrick and I ordered recruitment. I'll be your superior for the next few months. You'll be directly accountable to me. Monsters. As a specialist in both field operations and delicate diplomatic negotiations, that is me. Your place is at the head of county espionage, but the British government has an even more important mission for you. If it's Brexit, I think I'd rather just shoot myself in the face. Thanks. Several days ago, the scientific community developed the Sigma Theory, a scientific method capable of producing rapid advances with the potential to throw the world into chaos. Would anyone notice? Within weeks, we'll see the emergence of new weapons with unimaginable destructive power, as well as tools that can influence the economy, society, energy, transport, and even the human mind. Our civilization will change beyond recognition. British leaders want to monopolise Sigma technologies. They can't even... Don't worry. The country that controls Sigma will control the world. Your mission: discover these Sigma technologies with the best scientists at your side. Do what you must to gather a team of agents and use persuasion, diplomacy and force to acquire the few scattered scientists able to work on these technologies. We currently have 2 in our own labs. You'll be given you a surveillance drone, a combat drone to assist you in field missions. You also have the access to diplomatic support to conduct negotiations with leaders of rival nations. I'm transferring you to our tactical operations so you can proceed with your recruiting team. Right, so now you get to pick 4 agents. Now, I've already played this a little bit. Anyone with this little red exclamation mark, you basically have to negotiate with them. But once you've negotiated with them, you can pick them sort of any time. So it's kind of like a roguelike, effectively. Each time you play, you get a little bit better. Now, I've already picked... Now, so there's ones here we haven't met yet. And I think as you meet them in the game, you actually pick them up. But I've kind of already assembled a sort of team that I quite like. And I always start off with this lady here. Espoir. She's Cassandra Salvat. She's from France. She's well-read, athletic, British in origin. Cassandra is a brilliantly practical philosopher who believes in goodness. With this mindset, she specialises in an international lawyer in the most hopeless cases. Blah, 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 blah. Forgiveness of human evil, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the point is that she's an elite agent. So you can only have one elite agent. They're generally better than the others. And they get different traits. So she's a pacifist. She doesn't want to do anything nasty. She's a black belt, which means she can do unarmed combat. She's honest, so she's not very good at bribing people. She's an exfiltration expert and an eel. Now, these 2 are very important. So basically, once you've decided to either capture, seduce, or bribe a scientist, you need to get them out of the host country that they're in. And Espoir here, she's fucking good at that. So I like picking her up first. So we're going to grab her. Next, I think we're going to go for Maestro here. Now, he is effectively James Bond. So he's a firearms expert, he's a seducer, he's a wheelman, intricate web weaver, and honest. And generally, pretty good. So we're going to grab him as well. Now, next, I want a hacker. And I feel like Louis Theroux here is generally the best hacker. He's a hacker and bloodthirsty. Not quite sure how that works, but sure. He's an option. The other one is Enigma. I mean, it's not... I just kind of like having Louis Theroux on my team. So, Louis, you're in. And then, ideally, I want... So we've got Maestro here. Now, Maestro can seduce, and he's good at bribing people. So he's good for getting people on side once we found them. So I'm thinking we probably want... And obviously, he's male, unless you've noticed. And so I feel like we need a lady to balance the team. So I'm thinking Green Crescent here, because she's a seducer and a negotiator. So basically, we've got the hacker, he can find the scientists. We've got a couple of agents who can go around looking for them and then getting them on side. And then we've got someone to get them out of the country. So let's go with Green Crescent. And I feel that's pretty good. So we're going to proceed with that. So there's our team. Looking pretty good. Not bad. And here we are on the world map. Now, obviously, we start in the good old United Kingdom here. And we can see we've got a couple of scientists already. So we've got Susan Higgs. She's a geek. She's oh, she doesn't like women. She's without ties, so no one. Scientists are generally a bit flighty. And then we've got, who's this? Greenfield. He's corruptible, misandrous. Good. Wary of men. Sure. Okay, fine. So he's a neuroscientist. And Susan is an astrophysicist. So if we then go to the Enigma research, we can see we've got Greenfield here. So he's working on neuroscientists, working towards mentalis, a form of mental conditioning that will result in the immediate and substantial increase in the intellect power of an individual. Wow. And Susan is here working on a solar network with the perfection of high tensile materials and laser energy transmission. The solar network orbital solar stations can fulfill the Earth's energy needs for centuries to come. I've kind of read through all these texts. Some of them sound like you think that sounds great. Some of them sound absolutely fucking terrifying. So I mean, these two are generally not too bad. Panacea, that's a cure for cancer. That's not bad. Replacing tendons and skeletal muscles with smart nanofibers. I mean, that's not the worst. Stability. Basically ends capitalism. Take that as you will. Right, so we're going to start off. Right, first off, we've got Louis. Now, Louis is a bit of a hacker, so we're going to make him hack to start off with, and we're going to hack France. Fuck you, France. We're going to locate your scientists. Suck a dick. And we're going to send Cassandra, or should I say Espoir, over to Gay Paris, because she's quite good, because she already knows Paris, so she doesn't need to. She's got a higher success chance of performing missions there, so we're going to send her there. Next, we're going to send Green Crescent, this lady here. Now, she has Turkish recon already, so we can send her to Turkey, and I'm going to fast travel her. That means it will only take her one turn to get there. And then Maestro is British, so he never goes anywhere. So we're going to send him to Germany, and we're going to infiltrate because it's only going to take one turn, and he's also quite good at using guns, so we probably want to keep those just in case. So our agents are on the way. We've also got a combat drone and a surveillance drone. Now, when you exfiltrate, get someone out of the country, you have a potential of doing things in sort of a pacifistic way, trying to just get out as quickly as possible, or gunning people down, blowing up shit. Now, obviously, if you gun people down and blow up shit, you tend to cause, collateral damage. And if you cause collateral damage, that can upset people. So I tend to not use the combat drone as much as possible, but the surveillance drone is very useful. So we're going to send that to Paris. So we're going to send you there. The combat drone can just stay here for the moment. What you can do, though, is you can negotiate with other countries. And if you do that, having a drone in their space, you can actually say, hey, be more friendly with us, and we'll take our combat drone out of your airspace. And that actually tends to, work. So I'm actually going to send it to Germany just to hover around and look menacing. And then we can tell them we'll just make it go somewhere else. And it might, just in case. Right, what else we got? Right, so we've got the Doomsday Clock here. So if this clicks down to 0, then basically the nukes will go off. So that's fun. So we need to try and make sure that doesn't happen. We need to try and keep that above 0. And at the same time, we need the Sigmar text. Now, things that can reduce that are working with other groups. You can get terrorist organizations that come to you and threaten you, and you can do work for them, and that tends to, make things worse, surprisingly. And, if you're trying to interrogate enemy agents, after you capture them, if you accidentally waterboard them to death, then, that can cause some problems. So trying to keep that above 0, probably a good idea. This is currently in early access. It's coming out soon, I think the 18th of April or something like that. It is a little bit buggy at the moment. I will say that. There's been a few times where I've had to sort of close it down because it's some part of the UI hasn't popped up and everything's unselectable. But it's not too bad. I think what we'll start, we'll contact the French consulate and just request a meeting, because it takes a few days to get a meeting. So we're about 4 days out from that. And I think we'll do the same with Germany. There we go. So we've got 2 meetings with them, and we can probably do one with Turkey as well, just in case we, cause any problems in the meantime. Let's just end the turn. So we get a little debrief of what happened. So Green Crescent is in Istanbul, Maestro's in Berlin, and Espoir is in Paris. And we've got some tech going, so we've got 4% a turn, and our little scientist there has told us how we're doing. Lovely. So the hack's still going on at the moment, so Louis is still doing stuff. But what we can do in the meantime is we can actually see if we can get any dirt on the diplomats. So we can investigate these diplomats. So you always know the diplomats. There are scientists here as well, but we haven't found them yet, so we need to find them. So let's investigate these guys, because that will actually give us more information on what they're like. So we'll do that. What we could do with Maestro now. Our meeting with the German guy is 4 days out. So what we can actually do is we can just have him reconnoiter the town. That'll, you know, we'll just do a little bit of light sightseeing, just so he knows there's no way around. You know how it is. You need a few days on any holiday just to learn your way around, and that's what we're going to send Maestro to do. He's just going to have a nice time eating bratwurst and drinking German beer, and once he's done that, he'll know his way around, and we can start, you know, killing people. Lovely. Okay, so some stuff has happened. Now, unfortunately, Louis has fucked up. So they've increased the alerts level and decreased our relations by 20%, which is pretty major. And Espoir has also fucked up and not been able to find anything on the French diplomat, which is absolutely rubbish. So we're going to try that again. See if... Louis! What do you like? Okay, try Germany this... No, actually try Turkey. That's it. Have a look, see what you can find. Do something like that. Right. Red Crescent. Right, you found out that Amit Sikir is craven and ignorant. Sounds like a diplomat to me. So basically, when we talk with him, we'll have some better options as to what we can say to him to get him on side, and that's quite important. So we could try. Let's try and locate Sigma scientists. We've already got Louis trying it as well, but I mean, two heads are better than one, right? Okay, so we have learned some interesting stuff on Annie here, who is a diplomat for France. She's formal and narcissistic and also corrupt. Lovely. And so yeah, that was yesterday. Okay, so Annie, right, so good. Oh, it's Jinjing Abound. Hello there. Monsters, I heard about you assigned as a head of Sigma Division. I have. Please accept my congratulations. I know you, Jinjing. I'll do my best to ensure my mission helps you achieve your professional goals, but I need help in return. It's a game of politics, even though our relationship is a special one. It truly is. But yes, I hope we can help each other, monsters. So that's increased my relations with the UK by 5%. Oh, hello. Director, I represent the Caliphate of Levant. We hope to establish a fair, balanced Islamic Republic in the country's... Yeah, right. We'd like to help. If you help us, we'll be generous. But if you betray us, we'll kill one of your... That doesn't sound very peaceful. We have a mission for you. You need to put ransomware on the American servers and send us the key. We'll send you further details once it's done. We're counting on you. Okay. Oh, it's Annie. Hello. My director doesn't approve of your methods. Well, I mean, you know... I have a dossier that I think you'll want to see. Oh, that's... Yeah. I categorically deny all of this. If you know what's good for you, you'll destroy every copy of that. I'll bear your dossier in mind while we talk, I suppose. What exactly do you want? I want to improve our relations a little bit. All we want is peace. And what you offer in exchange. I could recall my surveillance drone. Okay, so our relations have increased somewhat. Our surveillance drone has been sent back, but it's better than nothing. It's kind of smoothed over the hacking attempt a little bit. Now, we're going to try and see if we can find some scientists here. So it's taking a little bit longer than usual it takes to find scientists. But sometimes... Oh, Alright, Louis has infiltrated the Sigma database and has sent you the details of scientists in Turkey. Good job. Unfortunately, Green Crescent tried to get in and increase the alert level. Not the worst. Oh, hello, Germany. It's Otto. We don't know about Otto, so... You and I are the only ones who know the truth. We need each other? Oh, it worked. Finally, someone who understands. How can I find... Oh, good. So he is a conspiracy theorist, basically. I was wondering if we could lower the alert level. And what do you offer in exchange? Just future considerations, really. Okay, brilliant. So they've reduced the alert level a little bit. So that should make my life a little bit easier. So that's nice. So we have some targets now in Turkey. So what we can do is we can actually get Green Crescent to identify these targets for us. And do we want to do the same here? Yes, I think we do. Why is Louis not doing anything? Right, you can hack. Fine, good. Okay, let's try and hack the US. So we're going to locate scientists to get a good idea. So we found some scientists. That's good, but we've had some setbacks. That's bad. So we're just going to end the turn. And oh god, Espoir, what the hell's going? Okay, fine. You've actually. Oh, hello, Ahmet. So you're ignorant and craven. So this gullible diplomat will believe your propositions are advantageous if you present them in the best possible light. It's your lucky day? Oh, I have a dossier I think you'll want to see. Sure. Yeah, I know, you categorically deny all of it. I found a sex tape on him once. That was horrifying. Let's lower that alert level a little bit, shall we? Future considerations. Nope, apparently didn't like it. Fine, whatever, screw you. Okay, we found some scientists. What we're going to do is we're going to identify those with Espoir, and we're going to see if we can find out what they are up to. Okay, so, right, Green Crescent has failed. Ah, so Louis has gone above and beyond and actually found some information on Alice Hawking in the US. So let's go and have a look over there. So Alice Hawking sees Miss Andrew. She doesn't like men, and she's chaste, and she's working in neurosciences. Now that can actually be very, very useful because we've already got someone in neurosciences. So if we could get another one, that would be really, really good. So I think we should try and work on getting her. So we won't be able to seduce her, and she's wary of men. So we need a lady to go over there. So maybe if we don't get any luck here in France, maybe we send Espoir over to the US to do that. Okay, let's see if we can identify this one. And I want another meeting with you. Germany is okay with me. Paris is okay. I can probably request another meeting with her. And I'm going to send my combat drone. So we've got a little mission over here from China. Currently taking military operation in Iraq. Support of our tactical drones to strengthen our... So if we send our tactical drone over there, then China will like us a little bit more, which is better than nothing. So we'll do that. And we probably want you to do a little hacking. Could we try... Now, I know they're working on neuroscience here, so if we hack them and steal their Sigma data, we might be able to jump them, get ahead of them, and then get the tech before they do. Wasn't able to gain any intel. Okay, so I feel like France is a bust at this point. But Maestro has managed to find someone, which is great. So right, we're gonna leave France behind because frankly it's just been a bust. We're gonna go to the US. She's off there. Lovely job. So we found someone we can identify. Let's have a look at them, see what they're up to. You're still doing that. You're on way there. We could send our surveillance drone over to the US to help. So let's do that. So we've arrived in Washington. We found Artemis Dundar. And Louis has hacked the American Sigma Project database and caused some problems for them. So that should put them back a little bit. Uh-oh. Russia has completed the project name, codename Stability. So they've already got that. That's a bugger. Extraordinary amount of funds in a very short time. Their Sigma division is flush with cash, and I think you may find their scientists are suddenly impervious to bribery. That makes them a little bit tougher to get, should we want to. Let's have a look at this lady here. So she's without ties, she's a charlatan, and she's flighty. So she will drop her guard with an attractive person. So we could potentially seduce her. She's quite good for 67 though, isn't she? Bloody hell. Not bad. Let's see if we can find this other person here. We'll identify that. And Maestro's still doing stuff. We're going to hack... It's Russia, wasn't it? We're going to hack Russia and see if we can steal their Sigma data. Sigma, not Sigmar. Sigmar is a god. Sigma is this game. That's fine. Oh, who haven't we got doing anything? Oh, you aren't doing anything. Okay, well, you can just, yeah, just have a look around. Just holiday in Washington for a little while. So, just some tech upgrades there. We're 53% of the way there. Holding a public conference today, I've received death threats following our recent energy policy decisions. Blah, blah, blah. Green Crescent as backup. Okay, my agent is on their way. It's Jinjing. I can't. It's unavailable for 2 days. Okay, not the end of the world. Right, hacked into Russian Sigma. Right, caused some problems there. Collected intel on the scientist. Great. And let's have a little chat with you. So, formal or narcissistic? Susceptible to flattery. This is my proverbial... it's a great honour to meet with you. Yes. Okay, good. The pleasure is all mine. What exactly do you want? I want to improve relations. Try and... what you offer in exchange? Future considerations. I don't want to give you anything. Good. Okay. So we've repaired our relations with France. So that's good. Who have they got here? So we found who they are. Okay. Let's go to Turkey. Oh, it's going to take 3 days. All right. All right. We're just going to try and seduce. See what happens. Just knock yourself out. Go in there, leave her a tray of milk, chocolate, or whatever. India. Let's try and hack India and steal their Sigma data. Sigma. Good. Okay, mission complete. I've gone through the recon of the area. My country is currently taking a military off in Colombia. Okay, well, we're currently doing something. Oh, Turkey. Hello. Craven and ignorance. Okay, so if I threaten you, if you turn out to be a problem, I'll eliminate you myself. Threatening me? Well, yes, by definition, I definitely am. I want to lower the alert level a little bit. Future considerations. Oh, 30. Good. That's really good. Okay, let's see if we can identify you. We're trying to seduce you, and we want to try... Let's try and convert them. Let's give that a little shot. See if we can convert them. So we've hacked into the Indian Sigma project database, blah blah blah, all good. We've also got some of our tech. Now normally I have a scientist before now. It's proven to be quite tricky to actually find the buggers. So let's go and hack China. And still, because that's just going to just try and keep them below me. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep the edge at the moment. Now they might have stolen scientists, in which case they'll have the edge anyway. But this way, it won't be as much of an edge. So, and I've got, you know, I've got pokers in fires. I've got stuff going on. I've got schemes. Just none of them have worked yet. Okay, well protected. Bloody hell. Meeting with PR. Okay, that wasn't okay. That increased, but. Maestro has managed to seduce Maria. Oh no. Japan has completed the solar network. Non-polluting renewable energy source that benefits everyone. A global transition to the green economy has begun. Blah, 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 blah. Fine. Good news for mankind, sure. What's this guy? Council states. An influential group that's interested in your Sigma research in the neurosciences field. In time, we believe Sigma will give us the power to control people's minds and even entire countries. This power must not fall into the wrong hands. Hands that are not ours, for example. We want to work with you. Every time you make progress in our sector, we'll reward you with greater means to achieve your goals. We appreciate any advances, whether issuing from your own laboratories or acquired through unscrupulous means. Sure. And Star Frontier. Astrophysics field. Miraculous solutions to the planet's energy and economic problems. I want to work with you. Blah, blah, blah. Sure. Sure. Right, now, we've got a scientist. So, yes, we didn't... We didn't get much information on her, but she was flighty. But wary of men. She prefers women, but apparently, you know, that worked. So, sure, whatever. So now what we can do is we can try and get her out of here. So we're going to exfiltrate. And that takes us to a different window. Oh, this is exciting. Now, because Germany wasn't very alerted, we've got a good chance of getting out of here. We don't have a spy drone or attack drone, and no organisation here to help us. So it's just 007 and his wits. So we basically get events leading up to the point until we escape. So I tried to shake off patrol by hiding in this warehouse. The warehouse wasn't abandoned after all. There are armed men. I think I'm one of the Caliphate of Levant's hidden cells. I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. They don't like me at the moment, so I'm just going to say hide and wait. The authorities forced their way in. There's been a shootout between them and the terrorists. I escaped without being seen while they were distracted. Perfect! So he gets more movement, and the alert level has actually dropped. Bad news, I've ended up in a banned protest and the authorities grabbed everyone they could. We're being driven in a secure area in a large trucks. It'll be easy for you. Get out of there quietly. My attempt didn't go unnoticed. I'm out, but they're after me. So we increased the alert level a little bit and got some more move. And we just run into some bad guys. Now, we could surrender, but we're not going to do that. We could flee, but because obviously 007 here has lots of guns, he could actually just take out these guys. I've dealt with a threat without any issue. But, of course, you know, we've killed people. That's generally frowned upon. Oh, some more knobheads over here. Oh, that's quite a few more. Let's just shoot them. Okay, he took some hits, but he did knock out 6 of them, so I think we can just eliminate the rest. No problem, because he's a firearms expert. I'm on a bus. Really? Take control of the bus. Get off us if nothing is wrong. Okay, we've maxed out the alert. That's not a big problem. It does mean that we're more likely to get spotted in future, but we're almost near to the exit point anyway, so we can just do that, and we're out of here. So we killed 7 civilians. Our diplomatic relations have dropped quite a bit with Germany, but the UK's like, who cares? They're Germans. Oh, well, shot a few. No big deal. And we've managed to get von Humboldt out of the country. So she now works for us. So as soon as they get back to the UK, she'll start researching for us. That'll speed things up. We could also try and grab Alice again. Do we just abduct her? Chased won't work because... I mean, seduce won't work because he's chased. Cassandra's not good at bribing people, so she can either convert or we can abduct. Let's just try and abduct. Let's just go for it. What's the worst that can happen, right? Piss off the US a little bit. Ah, they're already kind of angry anyway, so who cares? So apparently we've gained the trust of the UK. We've got some tech going on. Green Crescent has arrived in London. Maestro's arrived in London. And Espoir has managed to abduct Alice Hawking, so we're going to try and get her out as well. I've learned that you're in negation with the French Sigma Division. Are they your allies? Yeah? Very well. I've worked with them in the past and have some contacts. I can let them know your intentions. It might make easy... Okay, good. So we've patched up relations with France. Good. Lovely. And we can try and get Hawking out of the country. So we're going to try this, but we're going to do it a little bit sneakier this time, because Espoir is not a firearms expert like 007. But we do have our spy drone here, so that's going to give us some benefits. Plus, Espoir is just good at getting people out of country, so she got a bit of an advantage here. So we can actually see where the patrols are. I'm on a bus at the last minute. He's following me for the part of the way. Understood. Okay, so we just that just succeeds no matter what. So we spotted some people. Surveillance drone indicates you are nearing a patrol looking for you. Detour to the alternative route we're sending now. So we've managed to actually sneak past them. I've got a good look at one of the agents up ahead. I know this guy, old acquaintance, small world. We did a job together once. He might be willing to help me if I can manage to speak to him alone. Try and approach him. He agreed to help me. He'll throw the agents off the scent and even give me his backup weapon. So we can just sneak past that patrol. Spotted that one as well. Surveillance drone. Yep. I'll lose the patrol. Proceed. Good. Excellent. Nice and quiet. I'm in the subway. There's guards moving through the train and they're checking passengers. Pull the train alarm and get off the train. I found a maintenance passenger. I'm back in the streets, proceeding with the mission as planned. The situation has got worse. I'm in a station completely surrounded by a unit of armed men who are telling me to surrender. I'm running out of options. Trying to cause a panic. It went badly. There was a panic and they were shooting everywhere. There was a lot of injuries, including me. Oh, 2 civilian casualties. Not so quiet. And she got wounded. In a market in Old Town. It's big and very crowded. I think I've deviated from the route. We're going to track your position with a surveillance drone because we've got that here, so we can do that. See the data from the drone. I can see the route. If you don't have the drone, you can still use that option, but then obviously she doesn't get data and that goes badly, so... I've got an opportunity. One of the diplomatic cars is going past. Do you think I can hide in it? I'm not on good terms with leadership, so please don't try anything. And we're out. Okay, so we've got 2 civilian casualties. The US is a little bit angry, but meh. But we managed to sneak out of the country. I can't prove it, but I know it was you and your agency behind the operation. You'll regret this, I assure you. Nah. Will we? So we've got another agent. And obviously this scientist, we abducted them. So they won't work as hard. But still, it's better than not having a scientist. And it's better than the US having them. So that kind of works. As you can see, Maestro took a bit of a hit, so he's going to be out of operation for 2 days. That's a bit of a pain. And I think what we're probably going to do is... Was there some... Right, we'll send Green Crescent to Paris. And we're going to hack China. And just steal their Sigma data. And we've almost actually, I think, managed to get some tech. So I think we're pretty close. We can see that from here, can't we? Can see actually... Nope, apparently not. Here? Nope, apparently I don't have any notifications. Good. So there are some bugs in this game. It is coming out in a couple of weeks. So hopefully they'll fix up some of the bugs. Robothorium was pretty tight. This feels a little bit less... well constructed. It's still quite fun though. Okay, so we're 88 and 98%, so we've almost finished that. Excellent. Arrived in Paris, in the United Kingdom. Armed escort to research. Good. Country, India. Fine. Hello. I'm afraid Turkey's completed the project named Mental... Oh. Used to boost mental abilities. I've learned that all their scientists have been operated on. Wow. Some... harsh. It's a bit harsh. Never mind. So yeah, we're going to have to heal up for a little bit. Took some damage, but we got some more scientists, which is great. Some of which actually don't mind working for us. So that's a win. We've almost got the solar network. Yeah, we just missed out on the men. That's unfortunate, because I think we were quite close there as well. So that's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, reverse engineering now. So we don't get the benefits if we are research them second or later. So only the first person to research tech gets the benefits of it. So being first really is a benefit. To be honest, it tends to get easier later on as countries drop out. As countries lose scientists, they drop out of the race, and then all the scientists are sort of like confined in only a few areas, and it makes it a lot easier to then sort of target those areas. At the moment, everything's spread out. It's quite tricky to actually target your agents. So actually, I feel like it gets easier later on. To start off with, it's very RNG heavy as to if you actually manage to get some of those techs. First, that can give you the early bonus. That can then lead to you snowballing a bit. But overall, I really like this. I didn't think I would. Although the game isn't very complex, it's just enough to kind of make you, okay, what do I do here? Do I send an agent to the US? Do I send them to Turkey? Do I try and hack to find the scientists? How do I deal with Russia? They're racing ahead. Do I want to try and stop them, take their scientists? So there's a lot of interesting choices to be made in this game, and I quite like it, and I'm looking forward to the release, hopefully with the bug fixes, but there we go. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.